For anyone who has OCD or has ever heard know someone who has it, you know how frustrating and debilitating it can be. Um, um, I first started struggling with OCD when I was, I'd say, elementary school. Um, I think fifth grade was when I first realized that something wasn't right. And I didn't really know it was OCD until like eighth grade, um, when it got really, really bad. I was, it's a hard thing to explain for someone who doesn't have it. Um, Basically, I have the form, well, when I was younger, I had the, the compulsions where you do weird little things to make yourself feel safe. But as I gotten older, I have what's called intrusive thoughts, which is just a fancy term for you have, like, here is my brain, and here's like an artificial brain that I also have. My brain, like, doesn't like certain thoughts, gets, like, imagine the worst thought you can think of. Like, something terrible that you would never do. Like, walking down the street and pushing somebody, like, in front of a bus or something awful like that. That's what the artificial brain likes to think. It likes to think the things that you know are wrong and that you would never imagine doing. But because your brain is afraid of those things, the artificial brain is just like, well, then I'm going to think of it to piss you off. And so when that happens, there's typically people with OCD will have ways of dealing with that. Of like, they'll do like the C and OCD compulsive. They'll do compulsions to like relieve themselves of the stress from those thoughts. But I don't really have any compulsive things that I do anymore. Except I just try to think of good thoughts. Like I make myself think of good thoughts to like, because I don't want the bad thought to be the last thing that I thought. It's really sounds hella confusing to somebody who's never experienced this. Um, I try to talk to it with like my brother, and he's just like, "Can we not do this right now? Because I have no clue what you're talking about." Um, I don't. I'm stuck. Where was I at? What was I talking about? See it? Oh yeah, the good thoughts. Well, sometimes when I'm trying to think of the good thoughts, the bad thought like protrudes back in my brain, and I'm just like, God damn it, why? And you think your artificial brain's trying to tell you you're a bad person because you just thought of that, or like how could you think such a thing? You don't belong in society, you sick bastard. And it gets debilitating. Um, right now I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good, but a week ago, not so much. Um, occasionally, like every few months, it seems like I have this one thought that I just can't get out of my head, and it bothers me for a little while. um, the first awful experience I had was in 8th grade. Was when it got really, really bad. That was back when I was doing the compulsive behaviors. Um, for me, sometimes like mine were like really intricate things, and like if I couldn't get it, like I couldn't get it just right, then I just have like panic attacks. And I had like a minor one kind of. I was just like in front of my dad, I think it was, and I just like begged, like I just talked to like a therapist or something. But yeah, that was in 8th grade, and then I remember I don't even think it was from the therapist. Um, like I remember I was crying in class one day, and a girl noticed, and she just kind of whispered like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like, "No," and then I buried my face in my desk and kept like crying. But I remember one day I was just laying on the couch, or maybe I think me and my brother were playing some game in the basement. Like I think it was one of those games where we usually ended up breaking something. Um, but it was just a day after school that like I just realized it was like, why am I? What am I accomplishing by doing this stuff? And it was just like the randomest thing. It just went away, and it stayed away for a couple years until I had another episode around sophomore year, and that was when it turned into my thoughts. Like it was no longer like little ritual things. It was like this is when the bad thoughts started coming up. And I mean, I never really had any really bad episodes until last November, which was my junior years of college. I was co-oping for a tire company, making some good money, and I remember I had a really awful thought one night, and I couldn't get it out of my head. And because I couldn't get out of my head, like I couldn't enjoy everyday things. Like I had a weekend alone with my boyfriend, and I couldn't even enjoy it completely because I was too preoccupied with other stuff. And then Monday night, I remember thinking it was just like, because it eventually turned into like depression and anxiety within like 3 days. Like, and it was either a Monday night or a Tuesday night. The thought happened on a Friday night, I think it was. It was Black Friday of 2014, and you know, and it was Monday or Tuesday night. Thomas came over because I just asked him. I was like, "I need to see you," and I remember just he opened the door, and I just freaked the hell out. Like I just started hyperventilating because I didn't know what to do. Like there was just no, I couldn't think of any solution to get myself out of this rut. And it was just like, I don't know what to do. And the next day, I was at my desk at work, and I just remember leaving my desk, going outside, and just crying to myself. And I knew that was bad. Like, I didn't care about anything. Like, all I cared about was getting rid of this depression that I was having. And So my work performance was suffering awful. And I called my doctor's office that day, and I was just like, I need help. I need to talk to my doctor, because he prescribed me anxiety medication like early college years, I think, late high school maybe. Oh, shoot. So we did that, and he prescribed me like a mood stabilizer, so I wouldn't get like really, really happy and then like really, really depressed, and then and it worked. I mean, eventually, it took a couple weeks, few weeks to like fully work myself out of it, and because of that, I had to quit my co-op early. The early part of the spring semester last year was, my grades were awful. I'm not even gonna go there. I think I already actually said what those were in an old video. I don't know. They were bad. My GPA dropped like 0.6 of a point. Because the first month I just wasn't there. And by the time I was actually ready to start working towards something, then I also started working in February because like I was broke and I needed to work. So that was a bad semester. But I've been good, and then last week, just for whatever reason, another one of these thoughts came out and doesn't want to go away. Except, I'd say I'm better than I was a week ago. Like a week ago I was kind of in a slump. Well, the last couple days, I've been feeling a little better, but yeah, OCD is like living like a glass box sometimes. Like you're out in the real world, everyone can see you, you can see everyone else, but you're stuck. Like you can't get out and live the way that you want to, if that makes any sense. And every once in a while you get the strength to break the glass, but then sometimes you get back stuck in it. I have a quiz I'm supposed to be studying for, and starts at 8:30. It's an online quiz. This professor's an asshole. I had him a year ago, and he's terrible. It's like he's one of those professors where he's going out of his way to like screw over all of his students. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. I keep saying it, but I'm gonna have to make a video with Thomas soon because he wants to be in a video, and I told him sorry for all the sniffing. I'm kind of sick, but it's just like I have like something in my throat, and it's really uncomfortable. Ugh. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. I think I was gonna keep going with this, but I think somebody just pulled in the driveway, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop now. So I will see y'all in the next few days. See you later. Thanks for watching.